Yeah, good morning all. So last class we discussed about Windows, different types and the style and what could be the components of the window. So all these things we have discussed and what type of window to be selected on what cases. That's what the discussion in the with respect to the last class. Okay, any doubts with respect to the last class? Kshitij, any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. So now today we'll start with the Windows organization. So what is all about the Windows organization? Organization matlab how we organize a Windows to support user task. For example, we have a one window. So where the component box should be, where the menu should be, where the components and different items of window should be specified. We can't specify title in the bottom, Windows title in the bottom, and we can't put menus in the left corner or right corner like that. Okay, there should be some organization for every window. That is what the today agenda. So it uses primary window to start interactions. So whichever the home window is there, that should be helpful for starting the interaction. And whatever the secondary window comes after the primary window, those are all the specific to the some function. As soon as that function is over, so that window will be closed. For example, we are printing. So while we are printing, will get a secondary printer. Secondary window for setting up the printer and whatever. Once we click on the print button, that secondary window will close. Next, we'll go back to the primary window. That is the Microsoft Word. Okay. Assume we are printing in MS Word. So as soon as the printing is done, so we should go back to the file back. That's what it means. Okay. Use primary window to start interaction. Use secondary window to extend interaction. Whenever there is a extension in functionality, we will use a secondary window. Next, come to the general guidelines. So may it easy to use and learn window operation. Okay, it should be easy. Any window organized window should be easy and it should be able to learn the Windows operation. It minimize number of Windows operation to us achieve desired effect. Whatever the desired operations are there, that should be achievable. Next, make navigating between windows particularly easy. And means the navigation, movement of the windows or a mouse navigation from one window to the another window should be easy. Next, come to the make a setting up of window easy. So window setting up should be easy. Next, a window should be made active from other window. So whatever the windows we have, so that should be made active from other window. For example, there are n number of windows have been opened. So whichever the window you are using, whichever the window you are operating, okay, that should be in the active state. Next, a window in a overlapping style provide powerful commands to arrange window. So whenever there is a overlap between the or among the windows, okay, so the command should be powerful. So whatever you should provide a powerful command to the user. For example, some shortcut or alt tab option. Alt tab you might be knowing. So it is one window to another window. If you want to shift, there is an option called alt tab. So that is a key moment. This type of shortcuts or some commands are required whenever you are organizing the window. So being a developer or being a designer of the window, you should know how to organize the windows. Next, as a continuation, opening a window, what and all should be there in a opening a window. Next, provide iconic representation for each window. So every window should be represented by icon, particular icon. Position of the window should be adapted to monitor. The position means the locations of the window should be adapted to monitor. Means suppose if for a monitor screen is 15 inch, we should divide. It should automatically extract the size of the particular device. Okay, and it should adjust the position. Next, designate it as an active window. So whichever the window is opened, that should be a active window. Okay, that should be designated as a active window. Ensure that title bar is visible. So whenever there are multiple windows have been opened, okay, the title of the window should be appear to the user. Next, When primary window is opened, position should be at top. So when the primary window is opened, the position should be at the top. Means, so suppose assume there is one primary and multiple secondary window. So to distinguish between the secondary and primary window, whenever the user wants to move back, okay, that it should be clearly visible. The primary window should be clearly visible, and it should be at the top of the the screen. So window size should be optimum. So whenever you are giving a size, it should be optimum. For example, printing, we need only small size of window. We don't want to give a large space for printing menu. So similarly, whenever you want to save or open a file, the small window is good enough. So that should be optimum. So we can't give unnecessary, because since there is this just because there is this screen, we can't provide the maximum size. It should be optimum. That's for the opening window. Next, come to the closing window. The close a window when user requests are closed. Okay. What is the shortcut for closing the window? Alt F4. Alt F4 will help to close the window. Similarly, so there is a minimize button, maximize button. After that, there will be a cross mark red, which represent closing of the window. Any window. So any window for that matter, there will be a X cross symbol at the top right corner. So which will be used to close any particular window, as you already know. Okay. So if primary window is closed, also close all the secondary windows. So that's what the meaning is. So for example, there are 5 to 10 secondary window is open. As soon as they click the primary window, that should automatically close all the secondary window first. Then it should close the primary window. Okay, that is the way you have to prepare a code. That is the way you have to design a document. That is the way you have to develop a code for closing. Got it? So this is what it it needs. Next, window shuffling must be easy. Shuffling of the window. For example, I want to drag and drop this side and that side. So that should be very easy. That's what the meaning is. Next, come to the Windows action. It should be capable of performing through keyboard as well as mouse. Okay, so every window you should give a provision to work with all the peripherals like mouse, keyboard, and all those things. Okay. Next, when resize the window, content should be same. So, for example, if you or if you minimize the screen size, if you maximize the screen size, content should not be haphazard. It should not be like unobservable manner. It should be visible. It should be visible, and the content depends. Even if the screen size is small, the content by itself change its font with respect to the screen size, and every content of that particular window should be visible. Okay, that's what the meaning here. Next, permit user to move windows and resize windows. So we need to allow user to move windows and resize windows. Okay, there should not be any lock, because there are some stringent developer. They will not permit user to the resize the window. They will just make a block. So there is a in coding line there is a option called resize flag is equal to true or false. If you made false, resizing will not be done. If you made it true, resize can be done. So if you look at the Visual Basic, there is a properties in Visual Studio. There is a property called size resizing. Okay, so that using that function you can disable the resize option also, but that is not acceptable, because we need to permit user to move the window to resize the windows. Okay, next, change the pointer shape to indicate movement and resizing. The pointer shape should be changed. Okay, there should be movement of resizing should be mentioned. For example, sometime if you open, while you are opening PDF, the hand symbol come into picture, and when you are looking at taking some content from the PDF, the cursor icon will appear. So the pointer is give a signal to user on a different types of action. that type of pointer movement is appreciated. Next, window placement. So where exactly we can make a placement of the window. Position of the window, so it is entirely visible. Position the secondary window inside a primary window horizontally below the title bar of primary window. What it means? So when there are multiple windows, so primary and secondary, the secondary window should be below the primary window title, or it should be inside the primary window, so that the secondary window will be treated as a part of the primary window. At any point of time, secondary window should not be made independent. It should be a part and the fraction of the particular say primary window itself. That's what the meaning here. Next, come to the window organization. Organize windows to support a user task. We should support for a user task. Use primary window to start interaction. We should use a primary window for starting the interaction. Now use secondary window to start interaction. This has been discussed today. Okay, so Windows organization has been done, and opening a window is done, closing a window is done. So window placement has been done. So this is what the today class summary. So any doubts with respect to the window organization? What's Varsha, Cinderella, Kshitij, any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay,
No,
so
sir. No, sir.
okay, then so with respect to the module 4, okay, we have done with the Windows. We'll share you the important points and highlight of this module shortly, and also notes has been shared. And if you have any doubts, you can contact me any time. Got it? So next class we will see, because this fourth module has been over. So next module we will look at the fifth module.